Hello and welcome back to my channel. I didn't post any videos in the last week because it was very hectic. I had some things going on with my son's school and we had our friends was getting married, so in a different city, so we were away as well, and I just wanted to focus on what's important as my message is on this channel. So enjoying your life and not focusing on the stuff. So I was kind of away, but I'm back, and today I will give you my 5 tips to reduce visual clutter. It's before Christmas, just a couple weeks, and either you're celebrating Christmas or not, the tips are useful for anyone, I think. But if you are struggling with your stuff before Christmas and you have people coming over and you stress about the stuff you have, those tips are useful just to kind of like a temporary fix. I don't want you to stress about decluttering right now, if it's enough on your plate probably, but those tips will help you to reduce visual clutter. So tip number 1, use vertical storage, which means like rolling trays. I will put some pictures on the side so you have a visual of what I'm talking about. Use trays, you can use a shoe storage, kind of like a shoe rack, but you can use it for different purposes, not only for shoes. You can store cosmetics. So if you have a lot of cosmetics in your bathroom, I had this problem, and it always, even if I was, putting them nicely in some kind of order, my bathroom always looked cluttered. But with this vertical storage, so it's like a shoe rack, you hang it above your door, you can put your cosmetics behind your door, so when somebody's entering your bathroom, they don't see that clutter straight away, like around your bathtub or your shelves, and you have nicely organized. This is temporary fix. For me now, actually I have a vertical storage, like a small baskets. If you've seen my tiny bathroom tour, I have these 2 shelving units, very tiny, under my sink. This is only what fits in my tiny bathroom. So I have those vertical storage and it looks really nice. And I have my bathtub nearly clear. I have only shampoo, soap, and some tiny bits for like a comb. So my bathroom doesn't look cluttered, even though I have some stuff, but it's that in that vertical storage. So vertical storage is really useful if you want to hide, from view your clutter. Tip number 2, use hidden spaces. And hidden spaces, if you have maybe house and you have some under the stairs cupboard, maybe you can put some stuff in your under those stairs. We don't have any, we are on the same floor or our flat, but we have a storage which I'm planning to declutter. But if I want to do some easy fix, something is lying around like a big box, I don't know what to do with now, and I have some people coming, then I will just shovel that box for that into that storage, just for as an easy fix. But in between my wall and my wardrobe on my hallway, I have a tiny bit that I cannot even move my wardrobe any further, so this space is not used. So I put my umbrellas there, so they're hidden, but nobody can see them, and I'm using that space, so every centimeter is used in my space. So think about hidden spaces, like something under the sink, or maybe between some furniture if you have a space, and it's maybe perfect to put your ironing board, and the space doesn't look cluttered. Tip number 3, use baskets or trays or bins. I have some baskets around. I love wooden baskets and natural baskets. So I have quite a lot in my flat, and they're very useful to hide some items. In my baskets in my living room, probably if you've seen my living room tour, I have hidden like all reusable batteries and the charger and some pen drives. If you think about all those items, if I had them outside, like just lying around, the space would look really cluttered. But because I have this basket, even though it's quite chunky, it looks much nicer than the items lying around. So use baskets, trays, bins, if you have kind of like something to, put your items into one space. It's obviously, I'm not recommending buying more bins or storage units, because you will be tempted to fill them up. But if you have some items that you know that you need and you are not planning to declutter them, a small basket to put them together would look much nicer than items lying around. Tip number 4, if you have a lot of cables either attached to your TV or wherever you're watching, or to computer, they probably look messy. I know that my husband has so many cables in our bedroom, because this is his office at the moment. It doesn't look, even though the space is not cluttered, when I look at his desk, it looks cluttered because of the cables. At the moment, I have no idea how to hide them. I can slightly organize them, but in our living room, I put our cables, in the front of our cables, I put a picture of our son, and on other occasion, I put some other picture. So they kind of like covered, which also helps. If you want to cover something, which doesn't look presentable, you can just put a nice picture, and at least it's hidden from people. Tip number 5, find a home for every item. So whatever you have lying around, just put it somewhere. Give it a home. So every item has a home. In the past, I was really tempted to keep items I'm using constantly out, like especially in my kitchen. I was using different electrical items like my blender, and I was using quite often, and it was outside, but my space looks really cluttered. So right now, after use, I'm putting everything back to the cupboards. So only item I have out is my kettle, because we are using this constantly, and it's no point to put it somewhere when it's constantly in use. And the other item is coffee machine. Right now our coffee machine is broken, so I'm in between thinking if I should repair it or just dispose it, recycle, because the cost of repair is actually few times higher than the actual coffee machine. And I can buy actually coffee machine secondhand, so it will be even more expensive. So I'm fighting with myself what to do now. But those 2 items were always out in my kitchen. But the rest I try to hide. And that's it. That's my 5 tips how to minimize visual clutter if you're struggling with that right now, without decluttering, just to hide it. I hope you like this video, and see you next time. Bye!